Welcome to Queen Technique. My name is Valanda. Thank you for stopping by my channel. It is a channel that talk about technology tools, AI tools, as well as cybersecurity and security plus. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. If you find any of this information helpful, please like the video, please share the video, and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So, ChatGPT is a great resource for educators to be able to use. And a past prompt that I typed in was act as if you are a high school English teacher and create an AI resistant task related to the novel Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. And one example would be to create a compare contrast essay comparing and contrasting your mother and his mother, or comparing yourself to Trevor and his life experiences. So, the whole reason why I type that in is sometimes, some students may elect to go the route of using different online resources to write an actual writing for them. And so involving them within the process not only makes the writing relevant and causes them to reflect on their own lives and to figure out in what ways are they like someone, even if the person decides to not really think that they have anything in common with the particular person. So it really causes them to really reflect and figure out what is it that they may have in common with a character. Maybe it's just a matter of how a character grows and how that character is resilient and what that character is able to use to help them navigate life, whatever the case may be. But they're really having to think about it and think about their life, and also think about possibly someone that's in their life and compare them to a particular character. So I feel like sometimes it's important to cause students to reflect and to really think and to try to figure out ways to create AI proof lessons. So in this case, this is what ChatGPT came up with. Write a personal narrative that intertwines a moment from your life with a key moment from Trevor Noah's memoir. Select an experience where you faced a challenge or an event that shaped your perspective and compare it to how Trevor Noah's challenges or pivotal moments shaped his character. And so that means that they have the ability to talk about the actual novel as well as talk about themselves. And then it says considerations. How do personal values, cultural context, or family dynamics play a role in shaping your identity and Trevor Noah's? And what can your experiences teach others about resilience, identity, and societal expectations? So I thought this was a pretty cool task just based on me, just what I typed in there this particular one time. And then another one I ended up typing was based on chapters 1 through 4, a multiple choice quiz with 4 answer choices, and make one answer choice correct, make the correct answer bold, and make the questions related to the following concepts. So, theme, author style, characterization, mood, tone, and figurative language. Create 25 questions in total. And then I actually found a PDF file that was available online of the text so that they could use that. And here are some of the questions. Now, I would say that I would change some of the questions. And so, just as an example, what is the primary theme in Trevor Noah's recounting of his experiences under apartheid? So, triumph of love, resilience and adversity, wealth accumulation, technological advancements. I don't agree with those as choices because an actual theme statement will need to be written with a complete sentence, and pretty much none of these are complete sentences. However, it is definitely a starting point by mentioning different topics, and so in the form of phrases. So at least you don't have to start from ground one, and you have something to work with and just basically revise and make it to your liking. And then here, where it says the interactions between Trevor and his mother often highlight, and so then it gives different choices. So no matter what generative AI tool that you use, you always want to go back over it, read it, make sure that you agree with it, make any necessary changes that you see fit. Don't take anything at face value. And typically, as teachers, we reread and reread over and over again the different texts that our students are reading. So it will give you the opportunity to know exactly what is in chapters 1 through 4. And so you have the ability to sort of go back over that and go through that. And so these are just some of the questions. So I'm not going to read each one of them, but I will let you just see what ChatGPT ended up coming up with. And then this only ended up taking a few seconds for ChatGPT to come up with it. And so you still will save time because you didn't create it from scratch, but you will make any necessary revisions and edits to make it to your satisfaction. Okay. So that's another way that you can use ChatGPT. And so I'm going to just go to a new ChatGPT and let's just say, give me, I'm going to type in here again. I'm going to tell it to act as if you are a high school educator and want to engage students in team building exercises to help build community, let's just say, in the classroom, and to get students talking after being on winter break for 2 weeks. Okay, so let's see what it comes up with. And saying icebreaker bingo. So for the icebreaker bingo, you can always create your bingo using Canva. And so then they have to find different people that have a pet, watch the new movie over break, knows how to cook something, can name 3 winter holidays. And again, you can sort of switch out and change different things: 2 truths and a dream, tower challenge, community vision. So let's just say here that we want to now give suggested discussion activities to allow students to talk about the novel Born a Crime and to share ways in which they are similar or different from some of the people in the book. And suggest activities such as, I'm going to say similar to tea party, gallery walks, and more. And let's see what happens. All right, so end with a reflection discussion. What was the most fun part of today? What was one thing? Oh, that's going back up there. I didn't show you that earlier. Okay, so now here, dealing with Born a Crime. So it's telling us, encourage students to embody characters and perspectives from the book. Write key quotes or character traits from Born a Crime on index card. Each card represents a character, cultural perspective, or significant event. Give each student a card and time to read it. Students mingle, introducing themselves as a person or perspective on their card and discussing how their identity relates to others. And then they wrap that up, or a gallery walk. It gives different things that they could put down. How does systemic racism affect Trevor's life? What role does Trevor's mother play in shaping his identity? Describe a moment when you felt like an outsider, and how does this relate to Trevor's story? So students will move in small groups responding to each poster with sticky notes or markers. After rotating, students review the responses and discuss in their groups. And then fishbowl discussion, set up an inner circle for the discussion and an outer circle, which is sort of like Socratic seminars. And then inner circle discusses prompts like, in what ways do you relate to Trevor's experiences of navigating different cultures? How is Trevor's sense of humor a survival tool? Do you use humor in a similar way? So the outer circle observes and takes notes, then they switch roles. So again, this is like Socratic seminar. Cultural comparison carousel was another suggestion. The Socratic seminar. Um, Pair share, where do you belong? Pair students and ask them to discuss moments in their lives that resonate with Trevor's experiences. Pairs share one takeaway or connection with the whole class. You could do a story collage mapping connections. So again, it just gives you a plethora of activities fairly quickly. So that means that it can save you tons of time as an educator. So if you're on the fence about using ChatGPT, these are just a few ways that you can use ChatGPT. And also, even if you wanted to say one more thing, create a poster about unethical ways of using ChatGPT as a student. Well, I'm going to say specify the student as a high school student and specify, let's see, ways to use it ethically. Let's just see what it says. See what it comes up with. So, and then you can sort of show these to the students, have a discussion, talk about what they agree with, what might they disagree with, and why exactly. And so this is what it ended up coming up with as far as like an actual poster. You can change it and just like, I don't necessarily like the poster, but you could continue to make some suggestions and say, put all text in English and make a top 5 list for each category and make sure it is clear and concise. Let's just see what happens after doing that. So put all text in English and make a top 5 list for each category and make sure it is clear and concise. So let's see what it ended up coming up with, if it's anything better. So submitting AI without tests, submitting. So some of the actual spellings are incorrect and it does not actually apply. So let's just see. Give me a list instead of a poster with the information that can be put into a Google document. Let's see, or in a Word document. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so that comes out much better. And then what you could do is you could use Canva or some other resource that's similar to Canva to put this into a poster style. And you can then in turn upload that or print it out and laminated, put it at different desks and things of that nature so that students can talk about it in small groups, and they can talk about why one thing is considered ethical versus something else would be unethical. And even just talking about ways that they have used it and why it would be important not to use it unethical. What are the drawbacks of using it in an unethical manner? So that way, the discussion can continue to be propelled. So this is a quick video just on a way that you can, various ways that you can use ChatGPT. And also you can, I'm going to do one more thing here. I am going to tell it to start a new one. And I'm going to say, grade an essay and provide feedback based on this rubric. Okay, so I'm going to just put those characters and I'm going to come over here. Okay, and I'm going to just copy this. And let's see. Let's see. Did it? Well, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna paste that there. And then I'm just gonna say, I will paste the essay after you let me know you are ready to grade it. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna come over here and I am going to copy this essay. Let me just go to the bottom actually. All right, so we're gonna grade Michael Jackson's essay. All right, if I can get this to copy for me. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna come back here. And oops, one more. I have so many tabs open. Okay. And so again, with anything, you never want to just go verbatim. You always still want to read the actual essay. It will just speed up the process because you want to know what it says exactly. And pretty much it's giving you feedback based on the rubric that we put in there. So it's saying it's a 3 in all of the areas, with the exception of grammar conventions. It's a 4. Citations, it's saying it's a 3. Overall argument, etc. But let's go back to the essay just as an example. So we see that There Will Come Soft Rains by Ray Bradbury is actually mentioned. So it's giving some, and then there's a direct quote here. And then here's an article, Inside the Home of the Future by Kelly Green, that is being mentioned. And some students at Pepperdine. So we see that there are various pieces of evidence. So I just wanted to just double check and make sure that that information was in there. But like I said, you want to read it and then you want to see if you agree or disagree. And so even outside of using ChatGPT, if you wanted to just give one quick some quick feedback, where they call it like strength and areas of improvement, you can also use a tool called Brisk. And so you can do that, and let's just see if it allows me to click on it. And maybe it's not signed in. I'll do another video, but that's that one. So if Briss didn't work, I'm gonna come over here to Perplexity and let's see if Perplexity gives the same feedback almost. And I'm gonna come back here and copy this rubric. Okay. So grade an essay using this rubric. So I'm gonna put those characters again to put the rubric in there and give 1 glow and 1 grow is what I'm gonna say. And let's see, let me know when you want me to paste the essay. And let's just see what happens. All right, so nothing happened yet because we haven't put the essay. So let me come back over here. And we're going to copy everything from the essay. And actually, no, I'm going to go back because the name is here. So we never want to put a student's name or any identifiable information into an AI tool. Okay. So there we go. We're going to come back here and I'm going to go ahead and paste it. And let's see what happens now that I put the paper in there. Okay, so it's saying 3 in these areas again. Evidence and support, it gave a 4. Now on this one for grammar and conventions, it says a 3. And then it gives us that glow and grow. Okay, so the essay excels in providing a diverse range of evidence to support its arguments. It effectively combines literary analysis, scientific research, and real-world examples to create a comprehensive view of technology's impact on daily life. To improve this essay, you could develop a more nuanced thesis. And so basically you would read the essay, paste it in there, and then see if you agree. And then you can decide, okay, I like the feedback from this one more than I like the feedback from ChatGPT, or I like the feedback from ChatGPT more than I like the feedback in Perplexity. So you can then in turn copy and paste any feedback, and pretty much that allows you to have a quicker turnaround. And so happy grading. Hope these ideals are very helpful as an educator. So again, don't be afraid of AI, but get your feet wet, do a little at a time. And in this new year, if you want, you can commit to using one AI tool a month so that you can sort of ease your way into using AI tools and becoming familiar with tools and things of that nature. But I do say definitely get your feet wet. Don't be afraid of it. And most importantly, just remember not to ever put any personal information into any AI tools, any identifiable information. And pretty much that's it.